This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of McFadden versus Gonzalez. You all have been engaged for 9 months.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McFadden, why have you brought your fiancée to court today?
Your Honor, before I answer your question, may I just say you look absolutely beautiful.
Oh, boy. Thank you.
Well, now to answer your question, Your Honor. I brought her to court today because I believe that she's cheating on me. Over the last about month and a half, things have just been a little suspicious, you know? I need to know if she's cheating on me or not. I need my answer today.
Have you ever been cheated on in the past?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know what it feels like?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're having those feelings now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what those feelings are like.
That feeling it's the biggest feeling of betrayal. You know, you put all your time, love, and affection into that one person, and then they go and they're unfaithful to you. You feel absolutely betrayed. You know, like I wasted all my time and my energy, and you're gonna go do me like that? You know? It hurts, you know, and it almost like takes something from you. And I can't go through that again.
How many times have you been cheated on?
In all my past relationships?
All of them?
All of them.
How many of them?
Like 4, 5, and 3 of them all slept with the same person. Yeah.
Okay, so how in the world did 3 people you were involved with end up sleeping with the same guy? What kind of hate does he have for you?
Because I kept him around. He took advantage of me. And I was just blind. And, you know, he was doing it, and that's all.
And so now you fear that your fiancé is doing the same thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gonzalez, what are you here to prove?
I'm here to prove that I'm not like everybody else, to be honest with you. Honestly, I feel the same way everybody else sympathetically felt initially when they heard his story. I completely understand. Like, I cried when he told me. I'm a sympathetic person. I'm a mother of 2. Of course. I mean, that sucks that your best friend slept with everybody. My thing is, just because that one person did that, don't put me through that. I was in a domestic violence relationship myself. I got me and my 2 kids out of that situation. So just because you live something, don't bring your past into my life now. You know what I mean? I finally freed myself. You know what I mean? And like, I'm kind of getting emotional a little bit. He's younger than me. There's an age gap. You know what I mean? So I don't hate him for it. I'm just thoroughly frustrated at this point, because at some point, like, when is enough patience on my part? Enough.
All right, so knowing his history, you would never cheat on him. Is
I
that
wouldn't
what
cheat
you're
on
saying?
him. No. I mean, honestly, me being 30, honestly, I robbed the cradle. I like watching Barney, playing PlayStation, you know what I mean? And like me, like the person that I apparently might be cheating with, he's old. And if I want to play bingo, then I would just leave the Barney situation and go on to play bingo. You know? I don't like prune juice. I mean, this is my man, so.
All right, so Mr. McFadden.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you, in fact, being paranoid and bringing these horrible past experiences into your relationship with your fiancé?
Yes, Your Honor. I do. Half of me thinks it's just because of my own insecurities and my own, you know, past relationships that were unfaithful.
But there's another half of you that feels there's something going on, and that's why you brought her to court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that half feel like?
I got off work about a half hour early. You know, I wanted to come home, surprise her, you know, maybe give her a little foot rub before she does what she does. And so I walk into my apartment and I look in, and there's a man sitting on my couch. I close the door back just to make sure it's the right apartment. You know, I look up, check the number, it's the right apartment. And I walk back in, I look at him. Well, what you doing here? She asked me to come fix the pipes. There's no tool belt, no wet towels, no paper towels, no nothing like that. So, don't you need a tool belt or some cement to fix the pipes? Because wasn't none of that in the house. But yet, you sitting on my couch, drinking my beer, and and you know what? I'm serious about my beer. A 6-pack of my beer cost me $10. Okay, so something in my head just kind of went ding, 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 ding.
All right.
All right.
So, Ms. Gonzalez, where do you find an extremely neat, toolless plumber who likes beer?
I
That's
found
laying pipe. Putting pipe in.
Let me just explain this. So he was at work, as he stated. He got off of work when he did. I sent him a text message letting him know that there was a problem at the house. Now, again, a mother of 2. So my children want the phone, they want the PlayStation, they want this, they want that, making dinner. So next thing you know, I'm washing dishes also, because I'm a multitasker, and there's water spraying from underneath my sink. So I can wade in the water, I could sing the Christian song, I could do that, or I could, call somebody to try to get it fixed. That's what I would do, because I'm a mom, I'm trying to get everything taken care of. So I see one of my neighbors, who he actually knows more so than he's actually stating. He has drank with him before. He's been in our house before, right? Or wrong? Have we all sat down drinking together, your beers?
Yes, but I was in the house.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have this thing, because I've been cheated on in the past. If I am not in the house, there should be no other man in the house while I'm not there.
Okay, but
Wait a minute. Have you articulated that to your fiance, that she can't have no men in the house?
When I'm not there, yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McFadden, that's not realistic. If she's home and you're at work and, the cable guy, the gas guy, anything could go wrong in the house where you need someone to come and fix something. To have a blanket rule that no male can be in the house while you're not there, that's not really realistic, is it?
No, Your Honor. I'm on my way home from work, and somebody that I say what's up to in the neighborhood, they say, hey, are you and Brittany still together? I say, yeah, man, why, what's up? Well, I seen her at the park with the neighbor, and he's pushing your children on the swing. Wow. So, go home, I talk to her about it. Why were you at the park with the neighbor? Oh, I just saw him in passing. So y'all walked to the park, stayed at the park. Did you walk home with him too? That's another red flag. I was confused.
Ms. Gonzalez, did you go to the park with this same neighbor?
Did I go to the park with the same neighbor? No. Was I at the park with my children? Yes. My town is very, very small. So when he's walking down the street, he's like, hey, what's up? So when he came over, he just started pushing my daughter on the swing. I'm like, well, I'm headed home. Mind you, he lives in the same area as me. So I'm not gonna stand there and be like, okay, well, I'm headed home to make dinner, so you're going that way, I'm going that way, so I'm just gonna stand here and wait until you leave and then I'll go, just because somebody might see us. Like, do you know what I mean?
So did this neighbor have any kids in the park?
No, he just saw me in passing and he was like, hey, what's up? Literally.
So you were
Too
just
many.
being friendly?
I was just being nice.
And he was being nice?
And he was just being nice, yeah.
All right. And so is that what she explained to you?
Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly what she explained to me.
And what did you respond to her?
I still didn't, something in my mind just won't let me believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the past.
So how is this tension affecting your daily life in your home?
We've been arguing for about literally a month, straight, on and off, during the day. So everything will be fine, and then he'll make one comment, I'll make a comment, I'll walk away, and he'll be like, oh, you just don't care? So you're just gonna do this, you're just gonna cheat? I'll go to the bathroom or go to the store, and he'll just think that I'm cheating.
All right, so because of this neighbor, your relationship is in turmoil right now.
I was getting off work. I called her to see what she was doing, where she was. I was in such a happy mood. I wanted to talk to her, tell her how much I love her.
This story?
So it's ring, ring, ring. Hello? Let me just make sure I got the right number here. That does say Brittany. So I hang up. Who is this man who answered her phone? I get home, I confront her about it. She says it was the driver service. She was at the grocery store. That's still a little weird to me. I don't get it. And it's not that I didn't call back to back. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's an emergency or something. Can you ignore the phone call and just continue on with what you're doing? And then call me back after you're done put up your groceries?
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, did another man answer your phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so here's the thing.
Are you sensing a pattern, though? Do you see the pattern?
No. Well, I'm asking you,
Yes.
Why did another man answer your phone?
Because if I did not have the phone answered or answer the phone, he would have thought I was cheating for not answering it. I cannot win anyway.
Okay, so tell me what happened. Make me understand how the car...
In the driver service car, groceries, again, I'm always with the kids, he works. So the phone rings, I look at it, I'm in the middle of making sure my kids are not exiting the street side car door. Guys, get out this side, because the car stopped, the phone starts ringing. Okay, cool, I look at it, I see who it is, I have all the groceries, I'm trying to get out the car. I was like, sir, can you please just answer this phone? If I don't answer it, he's gonna be mad. So the guy's like, all right, cool, hello? Hold on real quick. Gives me the phone. I'm like, hold on real quick, I'm gonna call you back when I get in the house. He's like, who just answered your phone? If I didn't answer the phone, you would say, well, I've been calling you, you didn't answer the phone, because it's happened before. I don't want to be accused of cheating for not answering, so I did the next best thing, have somebody else answer it, so at least I have the phone. It's on. I'll call you back in a second.
All right, why didn't you have one of the kids answer the phone?
I didn't think about that at the moment because there was so much going on. I was just like, somebody just please answer the phone. Somebody just answer this phone for me, please. So no, I did not think about that, and that would have been definitely a better option to avoid this whole situation.
Yeah, because
Honestly.
the phone's in the backseat with you, the kid's in the backseat with you.
Yep.
It makes sense that someone in the backseat would readily answer the phone for you.
The door, but he had the door right there, and I literally just asked him. I don't know if it was like a panic mode, but I always have so much to do. I'm always so stressed. And I was just like, can you please answer this? Because I was sick and tired of arguing. It's been like a month and a half, just straight him telling me that I'm doing stuff that I'm not. And I'm over it.
This court was curious about the policies and procedures of the driving service you were using. So we have a driver here who works for the same service to testify about those policies and procedures.
Okay.
Ron, would you please escort Kenneth Kane into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Kane, you have to stand right over here by the monitor, please, sir.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good day, sir. How are you?
Good, good.
Thank you for coming in to help us with this issue.
No problem.
You are a driver, and you work for the same service that our defendant was in, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, is it acceptable under your company's policies and procedures to accept a phone call on behalf of a passenger?
It's actually forbidden. We don't want to be liable for anybody's property.
Ms. Gonzalez testified that the driver grabbed her phone and answered it. That would be against company policy.
Correct?
Have you heard of any relationships between drivers and passengers?
I have both relationships and relations.
And what happens to those individuals when the company discovers that?
Well, they're terminated, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you very much for your assistance and your testimony today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Your
Thank
Honor.
you,
Ron,
Mr.
would you
Kane.
please escort him out of the courtroom?
So, Ms. Gonzalez, based on that testimony, this particular driver essentially put his job at risk.
To answer my phone.
Yes. And that's what you want the court to accept as your testimony.
It was the truth.
Well, you could see why your fiance would have some concerns.
In that instance, definitely, yes.
And in an effort to get to the bottom of this court has ordered a polygraph test of Ms. Gonzalez, and we have the results. Ron, do you have those results, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Want to share? I'll share with you.
See, I want to be like you guys. That's what I want, honestly.
Well, thank you. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
Ms. Gonzalez, you were asked, have you ever had sexual intercourse with your neighbor? Your response to that question was no. The polygraph results indicate no deception.
Told you. So you are being truthful.
Yes.
You have not had any sexual intercourse with the neighbor in question.
I do not like bingo. I told you that.
Did you have sexual relations with the driver who answered your phone?
Yes.
You answered no. The polygraph determined you were being truthful.
Ms. McFadden, I saw you. There was a big sigh of relief.
Your Honor, I am so relieved. I can finally let go of those insecurities and, try to build my relationship back.
Okay, can you really? Because whatever has happened to you in the past has really deeply scarred you. I mean,
Yes, Your Honor.
it has almost consumed your being in this relationship. Can you put all that behind you?
Your Honor, to have this lady for the rest of my life, I would do anything.
Ms. Gonzalez, tell me how you're feeling.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
And do you believe that your fiance can put this behind him so you all can move forward?
I do. I think it'll take a little time, but I think he's worth it, so.
You all are engaged, have been together for 11 years, but the wedding plans have been stalled because you believe he's cheating. Am I right, Ms. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, tell me why you believe your fiance is cheating.
Me and Robert, we've been together 11 years. I believe he's been cheating with strippers.
He just grinning. Tell me about that.
With strippers.
Yes. I have people watching him. I also
He got people, Cutler.
Yes. Me and him, we're not sexually active how we used to be.
All right, so we got strippers, less sex, what else? What else do you believe is cheating?
He spent entirely too much time in the strip club. Too much time. And as you can see, I'm not a stripper, so... So, I mean, why are you in a strip club so much?
Well,
Mr. Bingham, why are you in the strip club so much?
I'm in the strip club so much because I'm an entertainer. I make music. Out of 20 clubs out of Miami, it's like 15 clubs that's strip club. And the other 5 is like just regular club. So this is what I have to do to just get my music out. So I'm basically, when I'm in there, I'm passing out my music, hollering at the DJs and the promoters and stuff like that.
So if you're out promoting your music and most of the clubs are strip clubs, you don't really have any choice but to be in a strip club.
Yeah, to be in the strip club because that's the only way I can really get out.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Cutler.
That sounds reasonable.
No.
You gotta get the people what they want.
Yeah.
Cutler, there are more venues to pass out his music than strip clubs. Strip clubs, you giving out dollar bills, not CDs.
Well,
no, don't give me that look.
how do you know?
I do my research.
Okay. Well, Mr. Bingham, are you doing more than research and passing out CDs with these strippers?
No, but I come here to prove my innocence, so that's why I'm here to prove it. And you're right about what you said, but that's not what my mind at when I go into these places, though.
Well, where your mind?
To the music.
Okay. All right, great. Good answer. That was quick.
Okay.
All right, so Miss Harris, when you all got together, was he in the strippers then? Is this new?
It's new.
What was he into?
Robert is more like a homebody
Okay.
type person, type man. He was nowhere near into the strip clubs.
So I did know from the court file that you're 7 years older than him.
Yes, I am.
Wow. I ain't mad at you.
Well, you know, it's something to be said for being with an older woman, so I get it.
Cutler, I'm 9 months older than you. Don't play.
Older.
Whatever.
9 months older, right?
You were young, but you was ready. Anywho.
He's a little younger than you were, but that was okay. What was it like when you met?
When we met, it was very, very good. He did a surprise proposal to me. He told me that he was going to the jeweler to go buy some jewelry for himself.
Okay.
But when we got there, it was not for him, it was for me.
Oh.
He didn't give me,
Surprise.
he told me I could pick whatever ring, it didn't matter the cost.
What?
And I picked this ring.
Nicely
man.
done.
That's the old school way right there.
Yeah. Mr. Cutler, you see how he did? He said, go in, pick whatever you want.
I'll let you pick whatever you wanted, and what you wanted was me. Right?
Yeah.
What was it about her that made you say, I'm gonna take this step?
She surprised me one time. She took me on a cruise, and it was my birthday, and she paid for everything. So, so I had to get her back. Like, you ain't gonna just get me like that, you know?
So they got a relationship full of surprises.
They do. How do we move from homebody enjoying each other to you believe he's cheating with strippers? How do we get there?
Okay, one time we went to the mall. I forgot something in the car, in the trunk. And I go inside the trunk. It's a bag full of stripper accessories, a pair of stripper shoes, and a stripper outfit.
And I presume they were not yours.
No.
All right.
No.
What is a stripper bag doing in the trunk of your car?
I let my friend use the car. He used the car. I guess she left the bag in, whatever, inside the trunk. And from that day, she never believed me, I guess. I don't know.
That's a lie, Robert.
Well, here's my concern with it. For a stripper her bag is how she makes her living.
Yeah.
And so a person who makes her living, it's like her tools. You know, she's not gonna leave her tools somewhere because she can't make a living if she left her tools in somebody's car.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
you leaving your gavel somewhere.
Yeah.
You gotta have that
I keep my gavel with me at all times.
at all times.
This is another thing. What I left out. One of my friends is a promoter inside the club, and his girl works in the club. So they just needed a ride, and so happened she left her bag inside of the trunk. She goes in there, find it. We had a little and so that it wasn't mine.
But
So you didn't believe any of that?
No,
I
at
don't
all.
believe
because it doesn't make sense.
It don't.
It does not
If
make
she's
sense.
riding with you, she's gonna take her bag with you. If it's your friend's car, then yeah, she might leave it in there because he's a promoter and she has ready access to it. But if your friend just happened to be using your car, she's not gonna leave her bag in your
and I don't
car. If you're a stripper, you're not gonna forget your junk in the trunk. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Ms. Harris, do you
does,
have
but it's
any
the
other
truth.
evidence?
Yes, also, Facebook made this page called Get Your Man Sus. Now, on that page, it exposes the men that's cheating.
Okay.
I'm sitting home on this page just watching everybody get exposed. And I get tagged in him numerous times now that he's been cheating.
So this is a page where people post trying to warn women like, hey, get your man, sis.
Yes.
So
Okay.
did they post your man?
They post Robert numerous times.
And do you have evidence of that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ron, would you get that, please?
Yeah, Sean.
So you watching this page and you watching him being posted on it,
Posing.
posing.
So you have, who mans is this? The picture's him, who mans is this? And then the response,
People are commenting about the post.
Yes,
This
socialist
person said,
everybody.
blank, that boy got a grade A blank and amazing blank to go with it. So this is somebody who has been with him talking about him.
Yes.
and then someone else writes, he looked familiar. I think I know him. Laugh out loud.
And then the next person says, my homegirl been talking about him for a little minute.
I presume that's not you.
No.
Mr. Bingham, can you explain to me why you popping up on a page?
Yes, I can.
Get your man, sis. Why are you on that page?
I'm on that page because it's to be a girl that I used to talk to before I met her. So this person, she probably still thinking about the time that we had before, I met her. And she know I have a child now. She know I have her in my life and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know the reason for her to do it. I guess she missed.
So you're
what
saying
we
she's
had.
just hating?
Yeah, basically.
You must have quite a reputation, though, because it's not just her. It's multiple folk talking about you. My friend talking to him.
Yeah.
My friend thinking about him. My friend been with him. She
And-
even talk about what you got and what you do with
Yeah,
it.
he got
It's-
grade A
So,
blanket.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not just one. It's several people saying,
But them can also be her friends. People follow along with the lies. to make it
Numerous
sound
times,
like
though,
it.
Robert?
so you think it's a conspiracy?
Yes, I think
They
it
out
is.
to get you.
Yes. They after me.
Miss Harris, have you found anything else that makes you believe Mr. Bingham is in fact cheating?
Yes. He keeps 2 phones. He always tell me that he keeps 2 phones, one for business and the other one's for like when the family or me or the kids want to call. But
Personal and business.
personal business. But
All
I
right,
think
he
one
a
is for
baller like
pleasure.
that.
Yes.
Well, some people do have 2 phones. I saw a guy walking down the street, he had 3 phones.
Mistress, wife, and girlfriend. That's what that is. That's what that is.
Exactly.
So he has these 2 phones. Why is that a problem?
I was home one day and he made a mistake and left the second phone. And next thing you know, the phone started ringing. You know how women are. I'm like, jackpot. When I go on the phone, I see a text picture of a pregnancy test. Jackpot.
And your recollection is that it had a picture of the test. The 2 lines mean you're pregnant. I know that.
Yes.
And what are we gonna do about this?
From the other woman.
From the person who sent it.
Yes.
Mr. Bingham.
I am dying to hear this explanation.
Because I know you had a conversation explanation
Just
with
sit
the
back and
driver.
relax.
Oh.
This explanation here. Now, I used to talk to this person. I never had sex with him or whatever. This person, I stopped talking to this person. So when I got down to it, it was an April Fool's joke, because it was April that month, and she told me, oh, I was just playing because you wasn't answering the phone.
Okay, wait.
And stuff
Why
like
did you
that.
get
So I
it?
tried to
This
get
is
your
business
attention.
phone. Somebody sending April Fool jokes to your business phone?
Yeah.
How can that be a joke? If she's sending
What?
this test, you guys had to be sexually active. It doesn't make sense to me. I didn't get that message out of that phone April 1st.
So it wasn't like a text that was stored in the phone. It came in the day you found it, and that day was not April 1st.
Correct.
I think we've heard enough evidence. In your car, there is a mysterious bag of stripper clothes. You have you on a Facebook page called Get Your Man Sis, where people are posting about men who are involved with other women. And we have a text of a positive pregnancy test that says, what are we gonna do about this? And all of this has made Ms. Harris believe that you're cheating. And Ms. Harris, if you find out he's cheating,
I'm done. Relationship is over. I just want to co-parent and just move on with my life.
This court has done a complete and full investigation. At this time, the court would like to call licensed private investigator Eric Eccles to determine, is he cheating? Thanks for being here today. Would you tell us what you did to investigate this particular case?
I had a female associate of mine go undercover and pose as a litigant coming to court who was also being accused of cheating. We put them in a room together with a hidden camera, and her goal was to see if Mr. Bingham would make advances towards her.
what did your associate learn?
Mr. Bingham asked our sexy decoy to meet up almost immediately. I have the tape.
All right, let's see that.
Well, then just give me your number. I'll call you, not tonight. But probably.
76.
Hold on.
You're very gorgeous.
I mean, will you come home with me? Would you f me?
You asking me right now? Like, yes, I will f you. Man, next time I might fly and take a flight to New York or something.
You'll come see me?
Yeah, I'll see you.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Bingham.
Miss Harris, watching that tape, hearing Mr. Bingham say those words, how does that make you feel?
I'm hurt.
I apologize of the video that you just seen. I really love you, and I really want us to go far with this.
She asked you, would you have sex with her? And you said, yes, you would. How was that love? And then you gave her your number. You was ready to go home with her.
No.
Yes, you was.
No.
Mr. Bingham, I mean, it's right there. And this is within days of you being here. You tell this woman, yeah, I'll do you. Yeah, here's my number. Yeah, I'm gonna take a flight to come be with you.
You're very beautiful.
To further investigate the case, we had a licensed and certified polygraph examiner, Tommy Platt, conduct a polygraph examination of Mr. Bingham. Ron, would you please escort him in?
Your Honors?
How are you doing
How are
today?
you?
Wonderful.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Bingham, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You asked Mr. Bingham, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Ms. Harris? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
You're just nasty.
You asked Mr. Bingham, was the photo of the positive pregnancy test that was texted to you sent by a woman with whom you had physical sexual contact? What was his response to that question?
Mr. Bingham made an admission. He stated yes.
Okay, as far as the pregnancy, yes, I did have sex with the person, but the person wasn't pregnant. That's the truth with the April.
So there's no child with this person?
There's no child. But as far as the sex part, yes. Now, with me and you, I know I'm a big stupido right now, but let's work this out. Don't let this go, I could change. When we leave here, I'm gonna do my best to be a different person. I really would like to make this, I really love you. So I wouldn't want to keep hurting her and keep going through the same thing because I look like a fool right now, so that's why I'm stuck.
No, you are a fool. You don't look like me. You are a fool.
So, Ms. Harris, you came here to get answers. Now that you have those answers, what are you going to do with this relationship?
I know my worth. I'm better than that. I try to give him. I can't deal with it no more.
You all are married, you've been together for 12 years, you've got 2 children together, but the future of this marriage depends on what happens here today in court. Is that right, Ms. Fisher?
Yes, sir.
You've got some concerns. You initiated this case. Tell us why.
Well, my husband is a package delivery driver. He's been delivering packages for the last 3 years, and I feel like he's delivering more than just packages. He's delivering his packages.
Oh,
okay.
So he's out there.
Yes, he's out there.
No, I'm not out there, Judge.
Mr. Sample, are you delivering more than packages?
No, that's all I do. That's my profession. I'm a package delivery guy, and I love my wife unconditionally, and that's my job. I deliver packages to people's homes.
And that's it?
That's it.
You're not delivering your package?
No, I'm not delivering my package.
All right, just
that's
want to
for
be
my
clear.
wife,
That's what your wife believes.
Yes, that's what she believes.
But clearly, Ms. Fisher, you've got some concerns.
Yes, I have some concerns. I did some research of my own, and I've noticed that a lot of women have affairs with delivery drivers, like package drivers, and I did a few research and found.
Ron, would you get that item for us? Go ahead, love.
You did some research, and did you talk to people? What did you do?
No, I looked it up, and I was like, let me see if this is really going on. Like, am I the only one who be tripping or thinking that this is happening?
So this first one says, I'm having an affair with the delivery man.
And she says, I sit and wait for him to come to my door and bring me whatever package I'm waiting for. There's something naughty about a man bringing a package to the house when no one else is home. And then this one says, I made a mistake with the delivery man. What should I do? And it's like she's getting advice. I invited him in. I made sure everything was safe, but I'm worrying if there's any way my husband could find out. So you get these articles and you're like, so this is a thing.
These sound like those letters you read in some of the steamier magazines and novels, like.
That don't mean it's not real.
It's not fantasy?
Well, that's the whole point is that people have this fantasy, and I bet there's some people who have executed on this fantasy, right?
Yes.
And you're concerned that that has happened with your spouse.
That has happened with my spouse.
So it's not just all in your head. It's a real thing. I mean, you've done the research. It's a thing with women and delivery drivers.
Yes. Not only have I did research, it's a bunch of accusations and, got me thinking this way.
All right, Mr. Sample. I mean, it's a thing. It's not just in her head. It's a thing. People have this fantasy about delivery drivers.
That's all it is. It's a fantasy. Like I say, I love my wife unconditionally. I work hard for my wife and my family. I'm out here every day in the sun, hot, cold, whatever type of weather it is, trying to perform a job, to come home to her, to make sure that we have the best life that we can.
He says all this stuff, but
and
words,
or it's
actions
her
speak louder
accusing me
than
of
words.
being out here cheating on her and doing these things with technology and stuff. Now they monitor our movement, GPS. They account for the times that how long it takes for us to make deliveries to certain stops. You know what I mean? We don't have time for all that extraness.
So, Ms. Fisher, I mean, you think he's cheating. He says he's not. What are the warning signs you've seen?
Okay, the first warning sign is, I had 2 phones and they both came up missing. Me and a friend of mine had went to the casino one night and we was out kind of late, so I let him take the car to work the next morning. I normally drop him off at work, but I let him take the car to work the next morning.
Where were your phones?
In the glove compartment in the car.
Okay.
So when he gets off work, I go to the car to get the phones, and the phone's not in there. So I'm like, what happened to the phones? He's claiming
Both phones are missing.
Both phones are missing.
Okay.
So I called one of the phones to try to get in contact with her. An older lady answered the phone and was like, Yes, I bought this phone from off the internet and all this. So I'm like, well, I need this phone back. Is it away? Well, I paid this much money for the phone, so you have to pay me some for the phone. So I played it off like, okay, I'll pay you for the phone. And she was like, can you meet me here at this gas station? I'm like, okay, I can meet you at the gas station. So I met her at the gas station. Mind you, this is the gas station that is in his route. His route where he his delivery route.
Okay, we have a Mr. Sample's delivery route. And so you have that black outline. So that's his whole territory that he delivers in, correct? And you believe all the cheating that's going on is in his territory?
Yes. I meet the next girl with the phone. She wants me to meet her at the same gas station that I got the first phone from.
Totally different person.
Totally different person.
But the same gas station that's in his delivery territory.
In his delivery territory.
All right, Mr. Sample, how do you explain your wife's, not one phone, but both phones that you say you put in the glove compartment come up missing when you had the car?
My wife, she has a habit of leaving the car doors unlocked. So when her and her friend went out to the casino that night, she possibly left the car open when she had the phones in the car. And so I'm like, I paid for the phones. You know, I spent my money to buy the phones, so why would I allow somebody to come in and take something that I have to buy again? You know what I mean?
So what else makes you think that Mr. Sample is cheating with someone in his territory or route?
Okay, it was a girl called his phone at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
She texted his phone at 2 o'clock in the morning and the text said, can you talk? So I didn't call back until later on that morning, and when I called back, you could tell she lied about it. I asked her the first time, I don't know, somebody might have used my phone, so I just feel like they got something going on.
Okay, well, let me ask Mr. Sample. First, let's start with the 2 a.m. text.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get to the other part, but why are other women texting you at 2 in the morning?
Like I say, my wife, she had just bought us some cell phones maybe a few weeks before this incident happened. So like I told her, when you buy cell phones, a lot of times the telephone numbers get recycled. And so the number that I received possibly was a number that somebody previously who had that same number had that phone.
Area code.
So when they call, she 100% of the time has the phone. You know, I don't even have a cell phone because of her insecurity and believing that I'm out here cheating.
Don't nobody call my phone.
So you're saying it wasn't anybody that you knew?
No,
ain't no man calling my phone.
And I wouldn't even be that disrespectful and have anyone call my phone and knowing that she has the phone 100% of the time.
So you just said something about the area code. What was that? I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Same area code that we stay in, that's in his route and everything, 314 area code.
That was the number that you called back?
Yes.
The number of the text that came in at 2 in the morning?
Out of town number, no nothing, the same area.
And then she act like she hasn't received phone calls from various people who were looking for someone else, but you know, they end up calling her phone. I mean, people call the wrong number all the time and text the wrong number all the time, you know what I mean?
But do you understand why your wife is concerned?
I
That's
understand that. I understand where she's coming from.
Okay,
you know,
because even I'm sitting here going, I've gotten a random text or something like that, but you know, mounting the evidence, it looks bad.
It does look bad, I admit that, you know, but like I told her, I'm not out here on that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a different person. I'm not cheating on my wife.
All right, and so, Ms. Fisher, have you found any other reason to believe that Mr. Sample is cheating?
Yes, he came home from work one day and with his uniform on, and he had semen on his pants.
So he walked in, you see his pants, you automatically know that it's...
Yeah, she just assumed that, you know...
Hold on, Mr. Sample.
Hold on,
I say, what is that on your pants? Is that on your pants?
Where was it on his pants?
It was right at the crouch part.
Okay, so it was in the front, by the zipper.
Yes.
Okay, and you look at it, and of all the things that could possibly be on the planet...
That's the same thing I said.
Hold on, Mr. Sample.
How did you come up with it must be sexual bodily fluids?
It looked like I know how semen look, and when it dries up, it gives like a little white stain, and that's what was on her, a little white stain. It wasn't no ashes or nothing like that. It was a white semen stain.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Hold on, Mr. Cutler. Did you take a closer examination of this particular stain?
Forensics or something.
No, I didn't.
All right, so you just kind of saw it from afar and said, oh, that must be what that is.
Yes.
All right, you didn't do a scratch and sniff.
No, I didn't do a scratch.
All right, well, then look, you know that people we got sniffers that come through this courtroom, so I'm just trying to make sure.
I did that before, but I didn't do that this time.
All right, okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but okay.
Well, so you've done that before?
Yes, I've smelt him.
Because you thought he was cheating?
Because I thought he was cheating.
Okay, Mr. Sample?
So like my wife, she's a stay-at-home mom, you know. I'm at work 100% of the time. She's at home most of the time. So when she's at home, she allows herself to sit up here and wonder and think about what I'm out here doing.
And that's what you think I do. I don't sit up and dwell all day and worry about what he's doing.
I touch all different type of
Ms. Fisher,
packages.
hold on. I gave you a chance. Let me give him a chance.
I touch all different type of packages. I touch stuff that could be corrosive. It could be powders. It can be different various things that people order. So my uniform might be greasy, it might have oil stain, it could have anything on it. So like I told her, you just can't sit and assume that because you see a stain on there, that's what that is particularly. You don't.
But Mr. Sample, here's the thing. Maybe there was something else there, maybe there wasn't. But the point is, she looked at this and she ruled out everything else that she probably has seen over the time that you all been together. She ruled all that out and said, that's what that is.
And here's the reason. It was a particular kind of stain in a particular place. If it had been up on your shirt, she might have been but because of where it was and what it looked like, she's made this leap.
So like I say, she just very insecure, and she just.
What do you think?
Because you made me this way.
I didn't
and I was about to say, how do you feel when he calls you insecure?
I don't want to do nothing with him. I don't want to. I try to make it cool because we got kids and everything together, but it has affected me to where I'll be hurt. I'm just depressed and sad all the time. Like, I don't want to keep on dealing with it.
She don't think I'd be depressed and sad when she denied me her,
Well, Mr. Sample, how does it feel in your household being constantly accused of cheating?
It hurts because I have 3 boys, and like I say, I'm not a perfect father, but I try to be a good example to them. And I don't want them growing up believing that, oh, Dad, he just cheated on my mom, or, I try to do the best for them that I can. I don't lie to them.
That's why he lied about it, because he don't want this to come out. That's why he lies about everything.
I'm not worried about anything because I'm sure about myself.
Because he don't want this to affect his kids, so he just gonna sit and keep leading me on while you do what you do.
I'm not leading you on.
Yes, you are.
Like I say, I've been here with you 100%.
Okay, all right.
Wow. This is a lot.
It is.
And here's the thing, Cutler, is I hear the hurt in both of them.
Yeah.
She is torn up. She's sad. She says she's depressed, and she believes she's cheating. And he's saying, it isn't me. I'm doing what I can to make this right.
I'm working. I'm busting my butt. I'm trying to be a good father. I'm doing stuff around the house.
I check.
And, even if I wanted to, I couldn't cheat because of what my job has me doing. So all of this is just causing frustration on both sides.
Absolutely.
So, well, to help you all resolve that frustration and to get some answers as to what exactly is going on, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Platt in.
Tommy Platt.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, sir. I've been a licensed examiner for over 11 years and conducted nearly 3,000 examinations.
Miss Fisher, you look really nervous. Are you nervous, love?
I am, because I'm going to be so hurt. This is going to be so hurtful, because all he had to do was tell me the truth. That's all I want was the truth. I feel more better if he be honest with me. I'll have more respect for him and everything if he had just kept it real.
It's a lot. Mr. Sample, seeing this beautiful young lady broke down like this, I gotta say this to you. I feel that you're a hardworking man, okay? But if you've got something you need to say before Mr. Platt gives his expert testimony, I implore you to share it with your wife now.
I don't have anything to say. Like I say, I love my wife unconditionally, and it's like she want me to believe her truth, but then she don't want to believe my truth, like my truth is a lie, and that's unfair to me.
All right. Are you sure you're ready for this, Miss Fisher?
Yes.
All right.
Are you sure you're ready, Mr. Sample?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
All right.
Mr. Platt, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Sample. You asked Mr. Sample, did you have physical sexual contact with either of the two women that Ms. Fisher met at the gas station who had her cell phones? What was his response to that question?
He stated no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Hold on, there's one more. You asked Mr. Sample, during your marriage, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was telling the truth.
Now that you've heard these results, how do you feel? What's going through your mind right now?
I feel a relief, like this is what I really needed for us to move forward. Like it's a relief, and now we could work on us being a married couple and us learning how to love each other. That's another thing. We need to learn to love each other, open up more to each other, and, you know, communicate more. And maybe
And
I
like
wouldn't
I
have
told
these
her, I'm willing to do
accusations.
whatever it takes. If it takes us to go to marriage counseling, if we have to, whatever it takes to better us as a couple.